Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. Who am I, you might be asking? My name's Craig. I'm based in Melbourne, Australia. And what is this video about? This video is about how I came to find pickleball as my new sport. To sort of give you a bit more background of myself, I am in my early 40s. As I said, I live in Victoria, Australia. And before then, before I took up pickleball, I used to be a 10-pin bowler. I gave that away some 5-6 years ago after being in quite a few leagues and finding that a lot of them the sport was starting to die, basically, is where I was with that. Now, how I found out about pickleball and getting into it. First things I did was happened to find the sport on YouTube one day. Saw it and saw it was sort of a smaller version of tennis, or some people have said it's a bigger version of table tennis. Six of one, half dozen of the other, really. It was something that I felt I needed to do because I was really in a sort of a depressive episode, probably just starting to come out of the worst of it. I'll go into that in another video if there's need or want for it. And then once I saw that and thought this could be something I could get into, it seemed to be fairly wasn't much cost involved. So I thought that could be for me. My next step was to look around and see where my nearest one that was sort of taking it on was, and luckily for me it was a place called GSAC, which if you're local to my area is the Glen Ira Sports and Aquatic Centre. It's a massive basketball stadium, swimming pool, fitness centre kind of thing, and they were running weekly core classes there for people to come and try the sport. So I went there with the aim of, I'll give it a go. If I don't feel like I'm very good at it within sort of the first 15-20 minutes and don't get sort of feels a bit too clicky or exclusive, then it was something I tried and I'll move on to something else. But I got there on the first day and was more than welcoming. Everyone I met there and have met there since is great to deal with. You know, if you're a first timer there, they're more than welcome to sort of work you through the basics and things like that and such. And yeah, so that's sort of what drove me into it. And as I said before, as it being cost effective, well, it sort of was cheap and easy to get into. When I started, it was around the $7 a week mark, and they had a selection of paddles you could use that would, like, you know, like if you've ever been 10-pin bowling, like the rental shoes, sort of like that. They were okay. They were starters quality paddles and stuff. So yep. So that sort of became my thing to do. It was for me. It's sort of more as a social outlet because I'd been needed with the professionals I'd spoken to about it. Needed to sort of find myself more of a social outlet, and it was social enough for me. Like, you were in groups of 4 most of the time. They were people that you hadn't met before or had met very few times, and they were short, sort of sharp interactions. So like most of your matches might last sort of maybe 5-10 minutes if they were pretty tight ones. But yeah, and then that's sort of what I've done with it ever since in the last 18 months, and ever since then I've seen it explode in popularity in Australia. Like, there's been bits about it I've seen it on television and radio. I've seen it on television and on radio. There's far more places now that have opened up to it. I'm pretty sure that if you're interested in it, most council-run basketball centres or netball centres are probably, if they don't have it already, will look at having it in the future. So there's that. And also getting equipment now. I did eventually, after the first sort of 6 months, decide to get myself my own paddle. That's what they refer to it's the paddle, like, you know, what tennis people call a racket. That was the first. I got that on Amazon. It's a Prince special, and the main reason I picked it was it's purple. In the next video, I'll probably show you what it actually looks like. But now you can basically go into any sporting goods store, tennis racket store, or even if you go to any of these new places that have opened up that are pickleball centers, a lot of them will have pro shops, and they'll probably help better design it to fit better your game style if you have one at this stage, or they'll help you pick out an ultimate beginner paddle that could be right for you. Yeah, so where I play is, as I said, is at the Glen Ira Sports and Aquatic Centre. They run sort of daily sessions that run sort of from 9 to 12 each day, except Wednesday, I think. Go to their website, just type in Glen Ira Sports and Aquatic Centre into Google, and that'll give you the place to which to take it. Other than that, and yeah, so that's what I've sort of done for the last 18 months. And then sort of about a month ago, I moved into, well, looking at my first tournament, which is sort of the next level up from playing in the social games that I've been playing in. And that's what I'll be covering in my next video. I'll try and keep these videos around 5 to 7 minutes. Some might be a bit longer. They'll cover things like pickleball and a bit more about myself. These are just sort of something I'm trying to do to see if there's an interest. I expect it to be a very slow burn. I don't think it'll be anything that'll take off too quickly, because I'm not saying anything that controversial as yet. But yeah, if you are looking for me on YouTube, my YouTube channel is just my name, Craig McKenzie. My Instagram is YuCanFarkov. That's Y for yellow, UCANFARKOV on Instagram. I will eventually get around to putting a photo up, but at this stage I haven't done that yet. So yeah, that'll conclude my first video. My next video will be the first tournament I played in, the preparation I had, how I felt it was run, and what I'd do differently, and just my experience over the 3 days in which I competed. Anyone who sees this, please feel free to subscribe and write any comments, good, bad, or indifferent, about the lighting, the sound, anything like that. And anyone who's watched it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got something from it. Thank you, and you'll see me again. Bye.